Now a story you'll see only on Eyewitness News, the state of the Rhode Island Catholic Church.
With the declining numbers of people going to Mass every week and the costs of maintaining the parishes going up, how is the Diocese of Providence adapting, especially with the dwindling number of priests? I sat down with Bishop Thomas Tobin about how the church is moving forward.
Overall, I would say the state of the church, the state of the diocese is very positive and very strong.
It's one of the most heavily Catholic states, but just like the rest of the country, Rhode Island Catholics are about to see some changes.
We're going to have to be creative. We're going to have to be flexible.
I talked to Bishop Thomas Tobin about how the church plans to move forward with a declining number of priests.
We can expect changes, and in some cases there will be one priest taking care of 2 parishes.
Holy Gospel according to John.
We've learned more than 20 priests have either retired, died, were suspended, or left active ministry in the last 2 years. The challenge, only 5 men have been ordained during that time.
The people are used to going to the same Mass every Sunday and sitting in the same pew every Sunday, next to the same people every Sunday. Some of those things will change because we can't expect one priest to say 7 or 8 Masses in a weekend when before there were 2 or 3 priests doing the same thing.
Bishop Tobin says many parishes are doing great. The Hispanic ministry here at St. Charles in Providence is thriving, but other churches are struggling. So in the next 12 months, do you plan on closing any parishes?
At the moment, there's very possibly there might be 1 or 2 parishes affected. It's very hard still to predict.
One parish that's more than $890,000 in debt is St. Anne's in Cranston.
The parish as it exists right now obviously has to change in some way. They have enormous financial problems. They just can't go on.
We've learned the diocese is in the process of selling St. Anne's in Cranston to the Maronite Catholic Church. Church officials tell me that due to financial problems and a shortage of priests, several parishes will be sharing one pastor starting July 1st. They include St. Mary's and St. Edward's in Pawtucket, St. Joseph's and St. Patrick's in Burrillville, and one pastor recently was appointed to his 3rd church. The presentation of the Blessed Virgin Mary in North Providence, that's $700,000 in debt.
I do not envision, by the way, for the sake of the record, I do not envision a large-scale, massive reorganization of our parishes here in Rhode Island.
Despite the challenges, Bishop Tobin remains hopeful.
For the most part, our parishes are doing very well. But we have a handful that are in pretty serious financial difficulty, and we're working every day with those parish communities.
Church officials tell me that declining parishioners, increased cost, and financial decisions have contributed to the deficits of a number of parishes. Now, while 11 priests are overseeing 23 parishes in the diocese right now, church leaders say that number will probably increase next year. You can head to our website for much more in-depth information. You'll find an exclusive look at some of the Catholic churches that are in transition, an extended interview with Bishop Tobin, and a map of every Catholic church in your community. It's online at foxprovidence.com.